On April 4th of this year, my Black Lab Bailey had 9 pups. Though my channel's usually just building stuff, I thought I'd try something new and film the whole journey of these pups growing up into 10-week-old dogs before they're rehomed. A couple days old, the pups still rely on Mom for everything, and that includes eating, cleaning, and even just their general sense of direction. For her, it's a 24-hour-a-day job, and for the first couple days, she even eats and drinks right in the pen. Which in our case is a kid's pool in the garage, because I'm not a dog breeder. For the first couple weeks, the pups experience their whole life through just touch and smell. But soon enough, their eyes will be open and they'll be reacting to sound. By day 5, they're already a little more self-sufficient and Mom can take longer trips away. But her bathroom breaks are still as fast as possible. And she eats up the puppy food about as fast as it hits the bowl. After all, she's eating for 10. Okay. But after a couple cries from her pups, it's right back to work. "10 days in and all that eating's really paying off. They're about 3 times the size of when they were born already. Their eyes are still closed, but they should be opening in the next couple days, and they're already starting to react to sounds. They can also walk pretty good on their own now. Today was also the first day I noticed that their tails are actually starting to wag like little dogs. By day 15, their eyes are just starting to crack open, and Mom's a lot more hands-off now. She still feeds them about 6 times a day, but other than that, she's pretty much free to roam around the lot. They're starting to get pretty mobile, and pretty soon they're going to outgrow this little kiddie pool. They can hear every time I come into the room now, and they all start moving around. but after a couple minutes, it's time for another nap. At the 3-week mark, they're definitely starting to outgrow this little pool, so it's time to take them inside while I build something that'll work for another couple weeks before we move them outside.
I'm already.
Good job. Is this guy doing sleeping? Any more names or are you done?
Is he sleeping?
Get him! Got him! He wants to come home with you, Parker.
Now they're starting to get pretty playful and they have a little more room to move around in their new pen. They also like to poop a lot. This pen needs cleaned out almost every day. They're also very aware of all their surroundings now and pretty curious of anything new, like a camera in their home. And for the first time, they're trying something other than milk. And those tiny new teeth coming in sure calls for a lot of biting.
Guarding the pups?
Now, it wouldn't be a Drew Build Stuff video if Drew didn't build stuff, so now I'm gonna whip up a new pen for these dogs and they can move outside now that the weather's a little warmer. In week 5, the pups are now starting to eat some canned wet food and a little more pressure is taken off of mom. Even though we set it out for them in 3 or 4 bowls, there always is a frenzy at one bowl while other ones remain pretty much untouched. Though once mom's in the pen, word travels quickly that milk's still the best option. By the way, if you haven't already, check out my other video where I built this teardrop camper that I can tow behind my bike. Now the pups are getting pretty playful and curious, and they aren't a big fan of being in their pen anymore. But lucky for them, they do get out, free to roam the yard and destroy the flower beds for about an hour, 3 or 4 times a day. And by the end, the last few that were left didn't even get put in the pen anymore, they would just stick around home. Now Mom's job is a lot more hands-off and she can play with the pups, but 9 pups is a lot for anyone to handle. Mom's work here is pretty much done as the pups are fully weaned and I've got their first set of shots and will slowly start trickling out one by one to their new forever homes.